And kicking things off at UFC Fight Night, Strickland taking on Hernandez. We've got Carli Judice taking on Juliana Miller. Carlos, who you got in this opening bout?
This one I went with Carli Judice to get it done. She should have the success that, Veronica Hardy had against Juliana Miller. She was able to move in and out, throwing strikes quick, getting out of the pocket, and avoiding most of the takedowns. I think Judice, she doesn't have to get in and out of the pocket that fast. She's already long enough to get that reach, a little bit of height advantage, and she can throw those long strikes, get out of the pocket. And her takedown defense is pretty solid. I don't see how Miller is going to be able to get her down because her wrestling is pretty much moot. Miller is game. She's going to try to mix it up on the feet as best she can, but I don't think she's going to have anything. Carli, they call her crispy. I think that's for the reason, is that everything she throws is crisp and sharp right down the middle, and that's going to show come Saturday. So I'm taking Judice to get it done.
Yeah, two for Carli Judice here. I've been impressed with her, and if you're impressed with her, hit that like and subscribe button for your boys here on the Ground and Pound podcast. And her striking, Head Kick MMA is the gym she trains at, and boy, does that name ring true. This woman has got some nice kickboxing, good takedown defense like Carlos mentioned, and I think Miller here is obviously going to look to try and get this fight to the ground like she does in most of her fights, former Ultimate Fighter winner. How she won that, I don't know. Obviously, in that previous fight against Petrovic, she showed that she was able to kind of weather a little bit of an early storm, was able to get the takedowns, get dominant position, and ultimately win that one 29-28. Coming off of the back of losing her grandmother, she was very motivated in that fight. Don't think it matters in this one. Carli Judice, the much better striker, very high on this woman's striking. She mixes in shots very well. She has a beautiful timed step-in knee that she was able to land in our previous opponent in Nicole Kalari. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, but that nice step-in knee, she was able to finish it to the body. I've been very impressed with Judice. She does a good job of fighting the hands, stuff in the head when it comes to the takedowns, and I think realistically, when you watch this woman strike, you can see why she's a fan favorite. She lays it all out on the line, and one of the things that I do really like about her as well is people obviously know about her striking. They want to take her to the mat. They want to take her down. What they do is they back her up against the fence. They shoot in for those shots. And when Carli is able to get an underhook and reverse position, we see a lot of people break, frantically to get back to space. She does a good job of standing there in the pocket, landing a 1-2, making sure her opponent pays the price of admission. I think she gets this one done again by knockout. I could see another step-in knee. I could see some sort of standing TKO here against Miller she's just unathletic, very, very poor defense when it comes to her striking. I like Carli Judice in a big way this week.